How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be featuring the Z-52, the German legendary tier destroyer. I have also put on Takahashi. I have no idea what the name is. Kiara, the Hololive commander on Bay, just to experience kind of like the the other Hololive for the Pan-Asian on destroyers, just to see if there's any special voice lines. As you heard at the start when we activated our engine boost, we got a little wee to go with our Z-52. There's also a carrier in this match, and the CV is on this side. And unfortunately, CVs are fun police, and Z-52, I mean, it's German, doesn't have the greatest AA. Especially with the planes being faster and having AA needing to reload, also minusing some of the flak that should technically be in the game. We just charge in towards the perceptive that we have because we're assuming there is a destroyer, and we do in fact spot the enemy daring. Enemy daring decides to turn away from us instead of pushing in to get us in sonar when he has some support. But fortunately for us, him running away lets us keep him in sonar. He's also smoking up, and that gives us an opportunity to push towards him into his smoke and also keep him within sonar. We do get spotted very briefly by the enemy battleship that is behind him, but it's not the end of the world. We just simply turn in, and daring trying to get behind the island, we spot him again with our sonar, and he's also on fire. So he's basically cooked at this point. Health bar ticking. Daring is basically dead as he dies to our fire. Enemy thunder charging in. We're in a pretty good spot. We can just sit here. Depending on what this thunder decides to do, we might be able to torp him and dev strike him. We should also be fairly careful because CV is still chasing us, as we already shot down 14 planes, although to be fair, there was a good amount of fighters that we did shoot down. German sonar being active, we're obviously going to spot these torpedoes in the water pretty much right when they get dropped, and we don't really have to worry about it too much. But now that there's not really anything in between myself and the CV, it's kind of time to go after him. We do just keep an eye on this thunder, because at some point we will be able to torp him, especially because he is pushing forward still. He sees us on the minimap being spotted by the CV planes. So obviously he's not going to reverse into our torpedoes, and instead he would very much rather fight our friendly ships in our spawn that are also pushing towards him. Thunder not having torps though, it's kind of interesting that he decided to push in. He could probably just stay there, bow in, and shoot his front guns, especially having HE. I mean, he should ideally win a bow in fight. We keep our AA off, and then as soon as we get spotted, we turn it back on. We're just trying to increase our survivability a little bit, even though they're able to still line it up. But luckily, CV was a little slow in his reaction, and he does in fact miss his first drop. But being spotted by his second, or the squad that dropped, he is going to line up a better drop, which isn't great. We're just going to do our best to try and dodge. He's coming from our stern, so we start turning to try and dodge as best we can. Our torps finish off the thunder, but at this point we're going to go after the CV and try to kill him off as soon as we can. CV, instead of driving away full speed, which would have taken us a pretty long while to catch up, he decided that bow in reversing away was a lot more effective, apparently. He's still coming after us with torp planes. Honestly, at this point, I feel like if he just used HE bombs, he would have a much better chance. But then again, us keeping AA off until he gets on top of us seemed to kind of make him struggle with landing some of those bombs. CV players are pretty special, as we get a clear sky in a Z-52. I don't know what it is, but there has been quite a bit of carriers at legendary tier lately. I feel like it's because there's like a detecting mission, like I think it's like detections or floods, something like that, and I feel like people are just assuming that they can just go ahead and use a CV to spot people instead. I mean, maybe min-maxing their ability to finish the Preußen campaign, but yeah, I don't know, it's weird. But the intelligence of CV players never cheeses to amaze me of how I don't think the word is intelligent. I think it's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but we're just gonna keep charging at this Hokuryu. He is starting to land some hits. Unfortunately, we couldn't dodge the torpedo squad because we were kind of getting greedy and we went broadside to where he was dropping the torps. We tried to slow down, but unfortunately wasn't quite enough. And now he's starting to actually use bombs, and we are spotted because obviously we're shooting at him. I'm trying my best to get to his broadside so I can start using AP. He is still fairly angled, but I'm trying to shoot his bow where it kind of angles, and I'm hoping to do more than enough damage that we can finish him off. He decides to start moving forward. I'm assuming he thought I was launching torps from his side instead of the front, and we do land one torpedo. Unfortunately, we don't kill him off by landing more. I'm still hoping to finish him off rather than our friendly, because obviously I would like to kill the CV that has been dropping me the entire time, especially giving us a clear sky. AP salvos looking pretty good, and fortunately for us, we actually get him with a flood as the SAP secondaries came in from our friendly cruiser that was basically following right behind us. And yeah, our dislike of CVs is never gonna go away, as we're kind of far from everything, so we just decide to taunt a little, I suppose. No survivors, you know. If there was people on deck, I mean, does this count as war crimes? I don't know. Mercy killing. Anyway, CV's dead. We're happy. We're just messing around at this point. Everything is so far away, it's going to take a while for us to get to the other side. I mean, bottom line, we got the CV. That's what matters. And we're basically happy. Even if we lost, we killed the CV. And that's what we enjoyed. But anyway, enemy team, I mean, super low HP. On the other side, there is a DD somewhere. I'm going to assume that this DD is somewhere off in the boonies. Probably trying to find our carrier at the back, who also hasn't moved yet. But yeah, we have B and C cap. They're down by quite a bit of points. They don't have any radars. I mean, they have a Shema, but we still have our smoke and sonar, so there's realistically no way that we're going to lose this match. And all we really need to do is just go find the enemy Shema. Although we do have 3 kills, and being greedy as I am, we do want our Kraken. We always want our Kraken, as 2 of our friendlies die in quick succession, and now all of a sudden it's a 4 versus 3. Enemy Dalian gets spotted with 2 bars. He's trying to reverse away as much as he can, but I don't think that he's gonna get away. We have a full HP battleship pushing in, and a Brindisi as well. I'm sorry, I think I said SAP secondaries. I meant SAP main battery. I guess we're kind of lucky it was SAP. If it was HE, I think Brindisi would have yoinked that Hokuryu. Glad he didn't though. But anyway, Dalian goes down, and now all we're gonna do is just sail towards A cap. Enemy Yamato is currently on the border, and he's actually full HP. CV still struggling to find the enemy Shema. Currently, I'm pretty sure our locator is pointing at the enemy Shema, so he's somewhere in front of us. And well, honestly, now I'm contemplating fast forwarding this video because all we're doing is sailing from one side of the map to the other. Perceptive flips to the left, so we know he is in fact sailing towards our CV right now. And I'm kind of hoping that our CV can kind of figure it out. I'm also going to be greedy because I want to go get a cap, because obviously cap XP, I feel like it's a lot better than kill XP. Probably, might not be actually, but I mean, it just looks better when you have more caps. So we're just going to rely on our perceptive. I mean, realistically, our carrier, if he is spotted by this enemy Shema, he probably could have gone to find him with his bombers. I mean, he already flew through A like that with his last squad. So, I mean, it's not difficult to kind of predict where the enemy Shema is. My assumption is that he is chasing the CV, and our CV is spotted. And our CV, I don't think, has hands and doesn't understand to use his mini-map thing to plot his course to start dodging things. But we just launch a torp set just because I'm assuming Shima's going after him, and at some point, if he does torp the carrier, then he'll try to go to B. I mean, it's just mind games at this point. I do need to be careful though as I push around this island to not eat torpedoes that might have been meant for the Brindisi. Enemy Shima gets spotted. He's shooting at our carrier with his main guns. So at this point, they decide to just start shooting at him. And, well, I'm just going to keep chasing the Shima. Probably would have been good if I dumped torps for the Yamato. I don't think I even checked to see if our torps could reach him. It probably could have. Our torps were fairly decently predicted. It's just odd that the Shima was part stationary and shooting rather than actually moving. But at this point, Shima decides to smoke up in front of a Z-52. Not the greatest idea. Fortunately for us, though, the Yamato didn't take any pot shots at us. That could have been pretty bad because we did start opening up closer to the Yamato than we probably would have liked. I mean, I think he was on like 12 or 13 kilometers away, and he was pushing in, and so that could have been very bad. Shima gets spotted by planes. He's trying to run away as best as he can. And Shima does go down to our fire, kind of luckily. But Yamato, he was full HP, but he's kind of been getting nuked and dropped by our carrier. Definitely regretting not dropping our second set of torps at the Yamato while I was pushing it towards the Shima. I mean, I'm sure there was a good possibility of our torps landing as the dude did just sail in a straight line. Quite unfortunate. Another 4-kill game to add to our collection, I suppose, as we do 4,200 XP. And a Z-52 with, what was it, like 115,000 damage? 116, let's round that up. But, yeah, CV was donating planes and we killed the CV. I mean, what more can you ask for? Greatest Z-52 game of all time, getting a clear sky and dumpstering a carrier. Imagine. But, yeah, Takanashi, Kiara, the commander that we used to have on our Henry J. Hyde commander, but we realized having an engine boost consumable, there is more voice lines to be heard. But yeah, pretty much a simple Z-52 build. I don't know why we have Scirocco as an inspiration. Probably could be better off with something else. Maybe concealment and go with mortar instead. I don't know. Kind of weird, but it is what it is. It's the build that we had. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more, and share with your friends, or leave a comment down below for the ships you want to see in the future. But anyway, guys, till next time, aloha.